We want to get to the latest information on the state of Missouri's reopening. News 4's Alexis Zotos kicks off our team coverage at 6 live from the state capitol in Jefferson City.
Steve, Governor Mike Parson says this is not us going back to normal. This is really a gradual reopening. Things will still be in place, including social distancing of 6 feet. Travel is still not recommended, but the governor says this is the way to start reopening almost all businesses, including gyms, churches, and restaurants.
Manufacturing business will be able to go back to work. Barber shops, cosmetology shops, hair salons will also be able to go back with protective guidances in place. Gyms, sporting events, and we must all practice social distancing. Opening these businesses is going to look very different for a while.
Here's what it means for communities. Cities and counties must limit situations where people cannot maintain social distancing. Churches can reopen, but must have people keep that 6 feet of social distance. They're encouraged to stream services online. What about restaurants? According to the governor, they can reopen in Missouri. The state is mandating that tables be 6 feet apart and tables cannot have more than 10 people. But the state is strongly encouraging drive-through, pickup, and delivery be the go-to choice.
Opening these businesses is going to look very different for a while. But I am confident Missourians will abide by the guidance as we move forward.
While the governor says the state has seen a trend of declining cases, there has not been a steady decline. Some days the number of cases is larger than the day before. So what if there is another spike?
Well, I think there's a lot of ifs that go on every day. I mean, if you play that scenario out, if things got bad enough, I guess, and there was a huge outbreak, we'd take a look at anything. We have the discretion to do that.
So those guidelines, which we've posted on the KMOV News app in as much detail as we have, really leave a lot of the decision making up to the individual businesses on how exactly to follow those social distancing guidelines, as well as those reduced number of occupancy. It is important to remember that the governor has said that cities and counties like St. Louis can maintain stricter ordinances than the state has put in place.
Alexis, what if anything changes for large gatherings like weddings and graduations across the state?
So that's a big question for so many people looking forward to some of those big events. And according to the governor's office, this does allow for those events to take place, like weddings, graduations, even concerts. But those 6 feet of social distancing must be maintained. So if your church has the ability to keep people 6 feet apart, they could hold a wedding. But those occupancy requirements also must stay in place. This order goes through May 4th through May 31st, when the governor's office will once again reevaluate things. Reporting live in Jefferson City, Alexis Zotos, News 4.